I want to talk a little bit about the Cabo 6. You know, I am a little shocked that so far only one person is in custody. And even though the Attorney General who issued the warrant did not name anyone, there are mixed stories running around. Very mixed. For instance, the Attorney General issued the warrant based on the direct aggression, right? And the only video that I saw was the video with Dejanay in it, which makes me feel like she's the one that's been arrested. Now, it's rumored that it's Winter, but Winter was the one in the video that got taken down and hasn't made its rounds, right? Or has everyone seen the video with Winter and the infamous body slam? I don't know. But I feel like Dejanay is the one that's been arrested. Now they're trying to get her back to Mexico. And shout out to Boss King Anthony McNeil. He was breaking it down to me the other night about how, because it was international, considered, in another country, Interpol is involved, which is like a countrywide, a nationwide APB when they involve Interpol. So now the Interpol's involved, FBI's involved, uh, and a warrant has been issued. We're waiting on, oh, one of them has been arrested. No names have been given. Now we're just waiting on that individual to make their way back to Mexico via, it's not deportation, exportation. Yeah, yeah, that's what we're waiting on right now. We're waiting on them to get that one person that's been arrested back over to Mexico to start the proceedings regarding direct aggression. And listen, I feel deep in my spirit that when that one person gets back to Mexico and they really start to dig in and grill in, when that person experiences the Mexican jail for only a number of hours, I feel deep in my spirit that they gonna come out singing like a canary and they gonna tell it all. Now, Nazir, the one who keep trying to declare his innocence as though he didn't have nothing to do with it, he didn't know nothing about it, he loved Shanquilla so much and all of this. He's digging a hole deep for everybody. You can tell. You can tell he the scared one out of all of the men, because he the only one keep jumping up and down claiming that he ain't did nothing, he ain't at fault, he didn't know nothing. But I could pick a few parts of his story, pick them apart and show where his story just really is, it don't jive with everything. It really don't. And if Nazir, hey, poetic justice, hey baby, they better protect their booty. It's gonna be full of burritos. Listen, Nazir. What I would be expecting from Nazir is for him to be talking to the police, the feds, anybody, Mexican journalists. He on social media pleading his case when he should be at the police station or the fed station pleading his case. See, the people who he should have pled his case to was the Mexican police the night all of this stuff happened. See, I can't listen to all of the videos because it's a very hurtful story about how all of this stuff came about. It's real hurtful. That's just mischievous and trifling and grimy what they did. But Nazir, I don't feel bad for you. Talking about you got there a day late and you didn't know what was happening. If you didn't see that blood in her eye, if you didn't see that knot upside her head and her busted lip, and you didn't start asking questions and wanting answers and trying to check to make sure she was okay, you should have been the one to call for help. You should have been the one to call for the police. You should have been the one to call for a little bit of everybody, trying to find some answers. But you know what you did, Nazir? You wanted to act like you was the Lone Ranger. You was so innocent. You didn't have nothing to do with it. But you know what? You left right with all of them. Once they pronounced Shanquilla dead, you didn't try to stay and talk to nobody. You packed all your stuff up, which probably wasn't even unpacked, and jumped on the plane with everybody else and left. And got on social media and started ranting and talking crazy and all of the things. You ain't did nothing, homeboy. You not you not all that innocent. You not. You could play that game. But you know what? And you know what? Hate is a very strong word to use. But I hate y'all for what y'all did. And I want all of y'all to go over there and suffer in that Mexican prison for life. You know, Boss King Anthony was breaking it down to me that Mexico laws and the way they handle and charge and lock away is so much different than in America. See, over here in America, they quick to give you, time off for good behavior, and oh, they give you time off for time served, and they find all these reasons to commute your sentence, and all of these reasons to cut your time down or give you less time. Mexico ain't doing none of that. Mexico ain't doing none of that. If you come over there and commit a crime, you're gonna do the time. And it ain't nothing like saying it. You're gonna do day by day. And if you ain't never seen what a Mexican jail looks like, Cabo 6, y'all done shut all your social media down because you don't want to hear what the internet has to say. But I highly recommend y'all go to YouTube and search what Mexican jail look like. Get some idea of where your new home will be soon enough. Because you know what I'm counting on? I'm counting on y'all to be the simple-minded, slowly but surely halfway mentally retarded snakes that you truly are. I'm counting on you to turn and bite each other right in the butt. I'm counting on you. You all went over there together. You all need to go down together. Don't hide now. Y'all rough and tough. What you hiding for? I hope the FBI subpoena Facebook and the phone company for those deleted comments. Ooh, girl. Ooh, now you done said a mouthful now, poetic. I almost called you by your name. I had to catch myself. Girl, now that's going to be the tea of the century. When they get those phone conversations, those text messages, those videos, those FaceTimes, all of the things. Because, I would guess that those dummies think that they can just delete the messages off their phone or delete the emails out their phone. I'm sure they think that. But little do they know you cannot just delete it. All of that stuff can be recovered. And I'm counting on it to be recovered. And I'll tell you something else that Anthony told me that made me feel good about this whole situation is that if Mexico only takes or only tries one person, if 6 of these heathens out here that need to be wrangled up, if Mexico only tries one of the 6, it's not a major loss because America and the feds can snatch the other 5 up and go ahead on and do what they do. Now the punishment ain't gonna be the same, But I'm counting on the one individual that's been arrested. I'm counting on that individual to sing like a bird and tell who plotted who. See, they snaked Shanquilla, and they thought they was doing something cute by snaking her. But snakes among snakes, y'all thought y'all was just gonna get away? Y'all thought wasn't nobody gonna talk about it? Y'all didn't think nothing was gonna come out? I've heard the rumors, and look, some of the rumors I heard, I wondered what do they got to do with anything? Like, for instance, their so-called best friend. I've heard rumors that he was so-called mad because Shanquilla had video evidence or some type of evidence of him interacting with another man, being zesty, as I like to call it. Hmm. Allegedly, Shanquilla had evidence of him being with another man. If Shanquilla was supposedly your best friend, don't you think she'd take that information to her grave? Don't you think she'd take it to her grave? Well, guess what, homeboy? Y'all being the snakes that y'all are, your information still got out. Y'all took Shanquilla out and your information is still out here. We know you've been zesty with that man. Because you know them niggas. Hang on, let me. Right, right. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, poetic. Exactly. And that was the thing that was probably hurtful to the mom. Is for the best friend to come over there every day for 4 days straight. When they got back, they came over there on that Sunday, that Monday, that Tuesday, that Wednesday, that Thursday. When the medical examiner dropped the report, they ain't seen or heard from him no more. That's a sign of guilt. And you know what? If somebody decides to self-terminate themselves, may you have a speedy ride to hell. Hmm. That's your conscience whooping you. That's your conscience whooping you. See, well, what? And I've said this so many times. Where I come from, if you don't like somebody, just stay away from them. Don't fool with them. It's real simple. You ain't got to stay in their face, play games with them like you like them, befriend them so that they can spend money on you and buy things for you and do things for you. If you don't like them, just go on about your business. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I can almost see one of them trying to leave the country. I'm not saying that there's evidence of that. What I'm saying is that them being the punks that they are, I can see one of them trying to run away and hide. I can. Which one I don't know, but I can see one of them trying to run away and hide. And I would not doubt if it was Winter. I almost feel like Winter tried to run and hide. And I can't wait to go to Cabo and hang out and have fun. This situation does not deter me at all. I've been going to Cabo for so long. I've been going to Puerto Vallarta for so long. I ain't made it yet, but I'm planning on it. I'm planning on it. When the first time we were supposed to go to Cabo, we was going. My friend was getting married. Katrina hit, and all of the. They canceled everything to go and help Katrina. And then the second time I was going, I can't remember what happened. Some disaster happened, and it was just a mess. So I was like, maybe It's a sign from God that I'm not supposed to go to Mexico right now. Something is not right. Everything I tried to do to get there is, getting knocked to the curb. So, I ain't gonna fight it. Of course, I made it to Mexico. I made it to several areas of Mexico and beyond. They have a Mexican journalist that's over there covering the story, and he bringing it all. But I have seen some captions on videos where they're claiming um, that they know who's been arrested, but the attorney general has not released that information yet. And it's probably so as to not spook the rest of them to run, because remember, Mexico simply issued a warrant for their arrest, which means they either got to turn themselves in, or Mexico is dependent upon other authorities to snatch them up and extradite them back to Mexico. So they're waiting on North Carolina police, or whatever local police, wherever they are. If they get caught at the airport trying to, hop a plane and roll out, if they get caught at the train station trying to jump on a train and roll out, then those local police will be the ones that will get them to Mexico. The spirit says, "Stay up high." Yes, the spirit. Yes, it did. It did. It did. Poetic justice. It did. The spirit says, "Stay my butt at home." You ain't lying. Because it's a shame. It's been what, 2 or 3 times I've been trying to get to Cabo, and some always happen major, and I can't make it, and I stopped trying for a while because my family has always said, stay out of Cabo, not stay out of Cabo, stay out of Mexico. They over there fighting. They got a war. Stay out of Mexico. Da 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 da. And I was like, that's on the flip side. See, every tourist attraction has bad areas that you stay away from as tourists. When you go to Jamaica, when you go to the Bahamas, all these different tourist attractions, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo San Lucas. When you go to all these places, they tell you to stay in a tourist lane. Don't be out here trying to buy nothing from the people on the side of the road and get somebody to take you over here to do this and do that. That's how they get you. But this girl got from the inside, her own people. And I really think they believe that they done got away with something. And I'm going to tell you, this is what I lost my train of thought on what I was going to say. I'm surprised that the internet ain't got them by now. You know what I'm saying? Because, they kind of young, and they real dumb. And they talk, 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 talk. They can't hold water. So I'm surprised. You know what? I know what it is. I believe those people could be afraid to snitch on them and tell where they are, where they located. But if there was um, what is it, a reward? If there was a reward for their arrest, baby, they would be. And listen, I don't expect Shanquilla's parents to issue no reward. I don't. Ain't no reward needed. They gonna get got. Just give it some time. They gonna get got. But if someone was to put out an award, baby, they own sisters and mamas and daddies and them will be snitching them out. I wonder how they mama and daddy feel, knowing that they birthed a child that went to another country and took somebody else's life and came back home like it was nothing. How did that happen? I still got questions about how it is that the nurse um, called the police there after the fact. You know, um, I don't know. It just it's real. It was real sinister to me, very sinister. And yesterday, I actually heard um, the Mexican journalist, the conversation with the Mexican journalist, and what he explained. And let me tell you something. They got a hellhole over there in Mexico waiting on the Cabo 6. They got a hellhole over there waiting on them. You know why? Let me tell you something. Whoever, whoever end up over there in the Mexican jail, I feel deep in my spirit they won't make it very long. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, in my opinion, it feels like initially Mexico did not have, I'm trying to get my words right, did not have the proper motivation to investigate this murder, right? They didn't have the proper motivation in the beginning, but they're highly motivated now. You know why they're motivated now? Because it started out, they was only looking for the Cabo 6. But the more and more the people done dug into it, now they looking for the Cabo 6. They investigating the nurse or the doctor, whoever it was that came down there to the room. They investigating the media that was there. Some of everybody that got called to come and help, from the rumors that I've heard, had some type of payoff and may have told some type of lie. So now even the time of death is in question. The time that help was called, the time that help arrived. Listen, they are investigating all the way down to the number of resuscitatory pumps that they gave Shanquilla, right? I don't think people wanted to. They had police outside the house. Oh, okay. Okay. Need to arrest the family. Oh, you know, see, Mexico won't do that, but yeah, the feds should. The feds should, and I'm sure that her mom will probably, um, I'm sure their mom will probably insist, or request that be done. Yeah, for those that aided in the bid, harboring, those that helped to hide them out and prolong this whole thing out. That's crazy. What's up, We on Lock? That's crazy. But they are down to counting the number of resuscitatory pumps that this nurse or doctor claims she made. She said she made 15 pumps and they shot her 4 times with the what the medicine is supposed to speed up your heart. I can't think of the name of it right now. Yeah, her so-called time of death is being questioned. Nazir's time of arrival is being questioned. Who found her? And that's something else that I didn't like. I kind of caught. I felt like it was a lie told in it when um when old boy said the maid didn't find her in the bathroom. Shanquilla was alive when I got there. Well, when they claimed the maid found her in the bathroom too, I said, why would the maid find her? Why would the maid even be in her room if their trip just started? She didn't call for help. Why would the maid be in her room? Did the maid come to clean her room and found her slumped over? Because from the way I understood from the Mexican journalists, they called for help. They called down to the thing for help. So I don't know. It's crazy. Somebody just got out of work and going home. Okay, have a good day, babe. Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But again, that's Nazir. That's Nazir doing all this talking, giving us uh, the information that we need to poke holes in his story. And my first question would be to them: why didn't you talk to somebody? When y'all found out that she had passed on, when Nazir found out that Tranquilla had passed, when he packed his bags and hopped on the plane and came back home with the rest of with the other five, when he seen the video come across social media of her and Dejanay fighting, when he heard that there was possibly a second video with her and Winter fighting, when he discovered that, he should have instantly gone to the police or the feds and gave his side of the story. I guess he thought if I put my side of the story on social media, it's the same way as me going to the police and telling them. They're getting the information that they need, but you're not putting your body in a building. You did not walk yourself in and sit down and say, I answer any questions that you may have. I'm here to help in any way that I can. You didn't do any of that, or did you? And you're just not telling. See, I feel like if Nazir had went to the police, if he had gone and done that, then he would not be on social media talking like he talking. Well, for one, because it's still an ongoing investigation, so they would tell him to get somewhere and sit down. And had the nurse, the hotel, the resort, the doctor, had they called the police once the situation became dire, then I would have thought that the Mexican police would have told them, you can't leave until we figure out what happened, and would have taken their passports so that they couldn't come back home. I think that's the biggest problem for me. And so far that's the biggest problem for the government as well, because they kind of want to know, how did the Mexican police end up letting them leave? I feel like, well, I better keep my feelings to myself to a certain extent. But yeah, it's I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions. And how do you fight somebody that's not fighting you back? That means you're just a bully. Y'all was a bunch of bullies. And now let's don't get into, I still got questions because I haven't been following everything, but I have been being a mathematical wizard. And I've been trying to add up all of this money that they said came up missing. Now, I heard a rumor that the six stole 10K from Shanquilla. Then I heard a video that said the Mexican police stole 17K from Shanquilla. How y'all know any money was stolen from Shanquilla? How y'all know that? Where did that come from? Who said that? Who told that? How does anybody know that the police stole 17K of Shanquilla money? Who told that? How do y'all know? Y'all see where these hoes getting how the hoes poking? Somebody claimed that the doctor and a media personnel, the media was paid off to keep quiet. By who? Was they paid off by part of the 10K or paid off by the 17K? Because listen, if they got paid off with the 10K, you took 10K and split it between six people, five at best. You only get 2K or a K and some. And I know they didn't turn around and steal her money to turn around and give it to some of the people in Mexico. I'm sure they thought they had got away scot free. It makes no sense. And you know what? This hiding that they're doing, I wonder is anybody going to the job? Y'all mean y'all ain't went to y'all job? Y'all ain't went to work? Ain't nobody found y'all on y'all job? Because I'm sure some of her family members is probably looking for them. Been looking for them for a minute. So they hide very well. But if you ain't been going to work, girl, you gonna get caught. Don't worry. Oh, her daddy said that. Oh, okay. Because I was wondering how they know. Who would have told them that? Where they would have got that from? That's crazy. That's something else too. I heard her dad had been doing a lot of talking. I think I only listened to maybe one video. It was a partial video. I came in late on it. They was talking to her daddy. Her daddy, mm, uh, I don't know. Did Shanquilla live at home with her parents? Did she have her own place? Because daddy could be a little on the slick side. Now you got to give him credit where credit is due. Daddy talking about this money. Daddy is putting motive. Now daddy is giving the police a motive because again, Mexican laws and how they attack situations are different. And if you notice, every time the Mexican media speaks on it or the attorney general from Mexico speaks on it, they refer to the charge as direct aggression. The charge, the charge that she or he, whoever they've arrested, has been given, allegedly has been reported as femicide. And that is the attack of a person because of her gender. Now, I can only guess femicide is what they came up with to start the ball rolling, okay, to get it popping. But once they get them over there, and from what was reported yesterday, day before yesterday, I can't remember, either yesterday or day before yesterday, they reported that oh, okay. They reported that there was not going to be a jury trial for them. They said over in Mexico, you know how when we have court over here, you go into the courthouse, you got a jury, you got the defense attorney, you got the district attorney, you got the judge, you got the court reporter, and everybody is talking and arguing their case. Well, in Mexico, they don't go to court and argue cases like that. All their cases have to be argued in writing, which means it's stroke of a pen, stroke of a pen, stroke of a pen, stroke of a pen. And that's how they argue their cases back and forth, which kind of explains why being in a Mexican jail sometimes is very, very timely, a timely situation. And I guess since she left once, well, if they catch her without a passport, obviously she ain't coming back. If they catch her and export her back to Mexico and she don't have her passport on her, it tells me she ain't coming back. If they export her and she has her passport on her, then I guess if they should give her parole or something along those lines, they'll probably take her passport so that she can't leave again. I really want something bad for them, and I know I can't say it on here, but I really want something bad for them, and I really do. They're gonna turn both them broads out. Oh, baby, turn them out. They're gonna turn them out. They're gonna whoop them. They're gonna make us suffer. I hope they make them suffer because it was really grimy what they did to her. And she over here because of y'all. Two people having birthdays. She paid for this huge villa. Who knows? She probably was paying footing the bill for the whole trip. But what was interesting to me is that in one of the videos, they was going through her Facebook posts, and they said as far back as 2020, she starts saying about how people turn on you so fast, they switch up on you, they snakes, they can't be trusted. If you burn me once, I'm not fooling with you again. She had all type of posts from 2020 to 2021 on her Facebook talking about friends and trusting and how they flip on you. So I almost wouldn't doubt that she knew that they wasn't the type of friends that she thought they were. But why fake in front with people if you don't like them? Why fake in front and pretend to be cool with them and pretend to like them and do and say all of these things if you really don't? I don't get it. I really don't. I don't know. We got so much stuff going on. And then I heard the other day where I got a video. I received a video, and I listened to it, and I kind of fast forwarded. They were talking about this court case that's been going on for a minute that I didn't know anything about till a few weeks ago, where um and I've gone to jail for talking about this, so I'm stepping very lightly because I know I can't say certain things. But this court case got Bin Laden in it. Him and his whole clique, they're defendants about what happened 2 years ago, about this time 2 years ago. So I'm gonna leave it like that. And it's in the Supreme Court. hmm So I don't know how long this case has been open, but it seems like they're gearing up to bring it to a head. So if they bring it to a head, then everything that I've been waiting on for 2+ years will start to come to fruition, and I can't wait. I'm so excited about it. Please make sure you guys are stocked up on medical necessities, emergency supplies, that you got plenty of food and plenty of water, toilet paper, stuff like that. Uh, just stay stocked. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. You never know when it's gonna pop out, but if you're ready, you don't have to worry about it. Um, yeah, yeah. Alleged boyfriend's Twitter acting like he was. Oh, really? And that's something that I now that's something that I wanted to know something about. If she had a boyfriend, why didn't he want to go? Probably because he didn't like her friends in the first place. But it's funny. People, look, when you start making good money, when you start making your own money, when you become self sufficient, when you become an entrepreneur or a businesswoman, businessman, and your business is taking off, you really, you really, really, really have to watch these people. You really do. And it seems like it's one thing if you making the money or got the money, but the minute that you start to spend, share, or treat them to something else, that's when it seems like the hatred gets turned up. If you were selfish with your money and keeping your money to yourself, it just seemed like they good with talking about you like a dog behind your back, and that's it. But the first time you buy somebody something or treat somebody somewhere, oh, they figure they can go in for the kill. Oh, we can go in and get her for everything. Oh, she gonna pay for it. Come on, come go with me. We're gonna go out with so and so. She gonna pay for everything. She gonna treat. That's trifling, trifling. So unfortunate. But that's what I have been hearing, that this trial in Mexico is gonna be so good. It's gonna be everything I hope for. Um, yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready for them to get it cracking, and may they get whatever is. May they get what they deserve. That's the best way to say it. May they get what they deserve. Now, I want to change gears for a minute. I want to talk about August Alsina. I did a video a couple of weeks back, talked about August coming out of the closet. And then I discovered later on, or it was reported later on, that the dude that August came out and kissed and hugged on was his brother. Now, if him and his brother has resumed a more tight knit family relationship and they're closer together, then I could see his brother being there with him while he goes through a love transition with whoever, be it man or woman. Because, I can't remember if it was Tasha K or who it was, but, they just came out and said that when Jada said that they had an open marriage, she was talking about open with other men and not women. Oh, it wasn't Tasha K. I'm sorry, it wasn't Tasha K. It was Cat Williams. I'm sorry, Tasha. I didn't mean to tell that lie on you. It wasn't Tasha K. It was Cat Williams. It was Cat Williams. Cat Williams said that when she said it was open relationship, it was open for him, for men. Hmm. Interesting. That's all I can say. Oh, okay. Let me go check this real quick. Hang on, y'all. Okay. I know I can't leave out like that. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay. I should have knew I couldn't step out like that because Twitter will get to tripping. Yeah. So I guess that's his and her watches. So see, if she's flossing and rolling around like that, it just goes to show everybody was after her for her money. So when her mama and daddy say, "Oh, she was the sweetest thing. She did anything to help anybody. She would help you." Da 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 da. When her mom and daddy and them was talking about her like that, her disposition, then yes, it was telling me. It was telling me that she was very free with her money. She was very free, that she did not mind spending with her friends, and they took advantage of that. And while she was making all those posts saying, well, you can't trust this and you can't trust that and you can't do this and you can't do that, when she was making those posts, it was kind of like, okay, so if you knew somebody had turned on you or flipped on you or changed up on you, why did you continue to fool with them? But when you become an entrepreneur or a businesswoman and you start making good money, you actually elevate up to a class higher. And if your girlfriends or your friends ain't trying to elevate, then they riding off your coattail. But who won't tell their friend, come on, let's go out. Girl, I don't get paid till next week. I don't worry about it. I got it this week. Don't worry about it. Who wouldn't do that for a friend that they really wanted to go out and hang out with? I don't see anything wrong with that. But people get caught up on that and they go after that. But you can't have her life. You know what I'm saying? She does hair. She, is pulling a bag in on this, on that, on that. What is your passion? What is your drive? How can you increase your bag? And her best friend, you knew he wasn't about nothing when he sat up and said, "You need to put me on your payroll." I thought to myself, no, nigga, you need to work. You need to work. You don't need to be on her payroll. You need to be on somebody's payroll, but it ain't hers because she can't trust you to do the work. She can't even trust you to be a friend, let alone be an outstanding employee that she can count on to get the work done. So if he's saying he need to be on her payroll, then it sounds to me like he's done a whole lot on her payroll. He been getting treated to things and seeing things and going places that he didn't have to come out of his pocket with for a while. But take robbing her from her life wasn't gonna change it. What it was gonna do was put you in the back seat where now you don't have nobody to experience that with. You will never experience it. You will never make the money she'll make. You will never be the entrepreneur that she'll be. And now your freedom will soon be gone if God's willing. I can't wait to go over there and read his tweets. Oh my goodness. And who was so didn't we just lose another icon the other day? Didn't somebody just pass? I seen it when I went to Instagram. I didn't get to see the lady name. Rest in peace, Queen. I didn't get to see her name, Love Bug, but I know I seen them saying rest in peace to somebody, and I can't remember who it was. But anyway, everybody fighting and clowning. And y'all ain't gonna have no jury trial, so it's gonna be whatever the judge say. And if the judge throw the book at you guys, as long as it's a fair trial, that's all that matters. And you know what? You're gonna have to have a Mexican attorney. And I'm sure it ain't gonna be like over here where you just get a public defender, because I don't think anybody over there would really want to defend a coward from the United States. That's it, Irene. That's it. Thank you, Poetic. Thank you, Irene. Yes, I saw that. Oh my goodness. Man. Oh, I read the other day that another plane went down. Hmm. I read that another plane went down the other day. And right before the man got on the plane, he bragged about eating the applesauce for the fourth or fifth time. Y'all know them words I cannot say. Hmm. Yeah. You know how you go, you get one bowl of applesauce, then in a couple of weeks or something, you have to go back and get another bowl, and then you have to have another bowl, and now I think they up to you having 4 or 5 bowls. Well, he was bragging about it. Hmm. Yeah, let's just say that applesauce took him and the plane out. Hey, Lorraine. Hey, mamas. Yeah, yeah. Another plane went down. And I am ready for us to talk about what's been going on behind the scenes. Uh, I can't think of the man's name. He was part of Bin Laden's administration. Or was he the military? I think he might have been a military white hat. Yeah, he had a date with the rope. On my birthday. Sure did. Sure did. Baby, they still they taking them out. They taking them out over there. And on a lighter note, you know, they claiming. They claiming now. These are the rumors I heard. They're claiming that it's a possibility that Nikki or Cardi might be preggers again. Now, if Nikki want a second child, I can see that because she waited so late to have Papa Bear. I can see that. But if Cardi is pregnant with her third child, I don't know about y'all, but it make me feel like Cardi don't want to give up that, don't want to go on tour. It seemed like Cardi don't want to. I feel like Cardi got a fear of going on tour because she been doing all of that talking, having all of that stuff to say back when she first got started, when she was green and wet. Yeah, if Cardi is pregnant with her third child, I feel deep in my spirit she don't want to go on tour because what she gave them, what, 2 albums, Invasion of Privacy, and what was the other one? But she ain't went on tour. She ain't did no concert. Still popping, but no concert. I don't know. It's a lot going on, and a lot more comedians are. Oh, speaking of Dave Chappelle, wow! I finally heard what happened with the $50 million deal. Yeah, I remember many years ago when they said, "Oh, they offered Dave Chappelle $50 million and he didn't take it. He bounced and went MIA." I finally heard the story on the 50 million. What had happened was Dave Chappelle made $500 million. He made $500 million. And it was up and above his contractual agreement. So when they got to the time to pay him his money, they offered him 10%. And he said no. And they was like, you either take this 10% or you don't take nothing. Dave Chappelle in his early years made $500 million. Dave said it might have been 2 different doors, but I went straight. I didn't choose no door. I went straight. But a lot of these people that's out here talking and telling the story, baby, they might have a price to pay. Listen, well, you know what? She'll be okay until her husband drop his album, because I'm still waiting to hear what he had to say on his clapback to Quavo and Takeoff about Saweetie. Because it's been, the girl don't even get me talking about the rumors. So let me tell you what the rumors is now. The rumor is now, oh, I don't even want to repeat it. Lord, rest in peace, Takeoff. May your spirit be at peace, sir. Oh, the rumor is now that it wasn't Offset Sweetie mess with. Man, listen. Some of the stuff that's out here is crazy. Some of the stuff that's out here is crazy, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm waiting to hear what Upset said in his clapback song that his wife bragged about him having. Now, allegedly, he ain't released it yet. I think, out of respect for the family and Takeoff. But I want to hear what he had to say. Because, the rumors out here in the streets said that, they don't think it was Upset that was with Sweetie. And I believe if it was anybody, it was Upset. Because Upset is the type of person that I think would do that kind of stuff. Well, I heard, yeah, now I did hear that she messed with Lil Baby about that time. But was Quavo sour that she was messing with Lil Baby? What what's the problem? I mean, because we still waiting, we still trying to find out why did Migos break up. We still trying to find out what made them break up in the first place. Still trying to find out what made them break up. Now I get it. He can say one word and the people will spin a narrative and they'll take that lie and run it to the ends of the earth because that's how social media is. I get it. But man, the stuff that I'm hearing now, I saw that memorial that they set up in Texas, that the J. Prince and Mob Ties them set up in Texas for Takeoff. I saw that and I thought, listen, it should have been all about Takeoff. But they had signs up with their names on them. J. Prince and Mob Ties, all in red. Jazz Prince, J. Prince, Mob Tie, all of that in beautiful red roses up over the memorial. It should have been R.I.P. Takeoff. Love from Mob Ties and Family. Something along those lines. It was a very selfish memorial from my take on it. That's just how I feel about it. I felt the whole memorial was a little selfish. Um, yeah, I seen little baby. They throwing slugs on each other in their music now. What a mess. I wouldn't doubt it, Lorraine. I wouldn't doubt it at all. I believe Migos broke up over a woman and upset. Listen, Takeoff and Quavo have kept many of Upset's secrets. They know all where all of the bones is buried in his closet. And Upset seemed like the type of person that would go behind his fam and mess with his fam dirty seconds, nasty thirds, funky fourths. Yeah, I believe Upset would. And all of this while being married to Cardi. Because that's just his nature. That's his nature. But the stuff that's coming out about Takeoff murder, and now you know they just said the other day, the young boy Cameron, what's his name, Joshua Cameron or whatever, supposed to be one of the Mob Ties hitters, the one that they claim shot Takeoff. Let me tell you what came out yesterday. Well, what I seen yesterday, I don't know when it came out, but now they done arrested him again on gun charges. They arrested him on the 22nd, and guess what other day they arrested him for a gun charge? November 1st, the day after Takeoff's death. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. For weapons and other things, but he not on bail this time because he stay in trouble. So this may be a way of eliminating him or getting him out of the way so that, they can calm down the internet who's turning up right now on Mob Ties and Jay Prince. Green lighting people, and I understand that that's a true statement. You green light somebody, that means you got to pay somebody to take them out. So I don't know. Quavo made an IG story telling my swapping out girls. LOL, JD and Sweeter. Ooh. Now Quavo is messy. He might want to call Carisha messy, but Quavo is messy too. That's probably why him and Upset us were so close as kids, because they was both of them was messy. And now it take you to have a death in your family for you and your family to kiss and make up and get back right. So if y'all done kissed and made up, y'all done lost one third of your group. Y'all done kissed and made up. Where does that put Upset song? Is he still gonna release it? Because allegedly it was a clap back to him messing with Sweetie. And I'm guessing he was doing some clapping on his cousins too. So they postponed the release, and I think that was a good idea. I just don't think that was a good time at the death of Takeoff for him to come out for them to put that song out. And I'm glad they didn't. That would have been disrespect at the highest level. But yeah, I've been seeing some goons, dudes with goon-like mentality on here talking about green lighting and what's gonna happen and this, that, and other. So for all of the residents in Houston, Texas, y'all better be ready and beware. Cause it seemed like y'all got a war that's about to go down right here in the States. Right here in the States, child. It's about to go down. A mess. Just a mess. And now Carisha, she done went back to Diddy after breaking up and scrubbing her social media of all of their pictures. He scrubbed his of all their pictures too, but now he sent her all of those roses. Now they back together again. Do she like being peed on or what? Because I would say that was disrespectful if he cut her allowance from 500,000 a month to 200,000 a month. That must mean that he making room for somebody else that's coming in on the flip side that need an allowance as well. But she done went back, so it don't matter. She done went back. Probably still ain't got but 200,000 a month allowance for messing with him. Now my question is Carisha still making music? That's the question. And look, if Saweetie want to be a tramp and sleep with all of these men, she still making her bag. She still making a song. Hell, Sweetie done made a clapback song. The baby done made a clapback song. Little baby, the baby, big baby, whoever the baby is, he done made a clapback song. And I'm sitting up here watching all of these people affiliated with labels, but the one person that I looked at as somebody that was far from smart, very little intelligence, who I thought was the corniest, weakest link, I'm finding out that he's probably more wealthier than a lot of the wealthy rappers that I see. That's Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy is not signed to a label. At least that's the last thing I heard him say. He wasn't signed to a label. So when he get his check, he gets all of his money. He don't have no overhead, if you will, to pay. But I also don't really hear him making no hella music either. I mean, half the songs I'm out here hearing, I can't tell who sing them. They all starting to sound alike. Um, the video did run up on my timeline the other day about the Drake and Triple X. I heard that song that Triple X claimed Drake stole from him or copycatted off of him. And it sounds very much like Triple X's song. Um, Audrey, I don't know what to say, boy. I don't know what to say. I don't know. And where's French Montana? Is he still making music? Is he still out here moving around? I ain't really seen or heard much of him. I don't know. I don't think he got with DJ Khaled's group, but I don't know. I don't know. The way I see these kids throwing away their money, I don't know what it's like to have that kind of money because I never had it. And yes, I will be throwing away some of that money too after I have taken care of my business, like all of my bills. Right? After I paid off all of my bills, after I've taken care of my business, then yeah, there will be some splurging and some spending of the money, recklessly spending of the money, of course. Of course. But to be running around taking private jets everywhere I go, that's $50,000 stowed away that you can't see or get back over a 4, 5, 6 hour period. Like it ain't even that serious to me to take a private jet when I can just fly first class. And I get it. Nobody wants to wait in line. Nobody wants to, you know, struggle with fighting the lines at the airport and doing all of the things. I get it. But I don't know. I just can't see myself flying private like that. It's just an unnecessary waste. But I am definitely learning more of the history of these rappers as they come out. And I don't know if it's because of TikTok or, and it may be people just going through picking out pieces and parts of their life or their their accomplishments and putting it out, or you know, things that didn't work well, putting it out. But I'm definitely picking up on a lot of the history. You know, one person that is still walking amongst us that I didn't think would be still alive during this time is, I think his name is Daniel Herrera. Herrera? Daniel Herrera Gonzalez. That's 6'9". I thought after that whole snitching situation with 6ix9ine, I thought by now they would have been and wiped him out. But homeboy is sitting out here flossing more money than ever, and I'm starting to wonder if some of the rumors and speculations that I heard before are true. 6ix9ine, man, listen. 6ix9ine out here filling up trunks of Ferraris and Lamborghinis with money. I don't know why. I mean, I know the bank ain't the ideal place to put all your money, but I also don't know why you would be having millions of dollars of cash on your persons and in your house and in your car. I don't know why every week you feel like you have to go spend 1 million on a watch or a new necklace or a new bracelet. Like, I don't get it. But your house ain't paid off. You're still paying a rent on your house. You're still paying a mortgage on your house. You got 9 cars out here in your yard, but your house ain't paid for. Your credit score is still at a 520. I don't get it. And I do know that when people talk about coming across large sums of money, most of the time they're making plans about where they're going, how they're gonna spend it, what they're gonna buy. And that's all well and fine. But you know what? When I sit up and think about what if or when I come across that kind of money, I sit up and think about which bill's getting paid first. What's getting knocked out first? Because out of them first few days of learning that you got that kind of money, the first thing you want to do is get a financial accountant to help you invest the money and find ways to double your money, right? So then I think about saying, oh, here's this bill, here's this, get all of these paid out first. Then I'm gonna need a black Amex so I can travel and not have to take cash. And then I can start contacting certain family members, telling them we're gonna take a trip, pack a bag. Let's get ready to take it at the end of the month. Something along those lines. Like, I can't wait until I hit the lottery or hit it big, or until God puts us all on the same level where we were supposed to be from day one. Uh-huh. Yeah. But for the Cabo 6, yeah, you guys don't get a jury trial. When y'all get over there and get to court, it's going to, well, when y'all get over there, hopefully y'all will sit in jail while the attorneys fight it out back and forth on paper. And hopefully, if God willing, you'll have to sit in jail the whole time. You cannot bail out, bond out, or parole out. You're going to be stuck in jail. And again, if you want to know what the Mexican jail looks like or how they operate in the Mexican jail, Google it or look it up on YouTube. I'm sure there's some videos of what the Mexican jail looks like on YouTube. I'm sure there's some videos of how they operate over there in the Mexican jail on YouTube. If you think it was grimy over here in the States, wait till you get back to Mexico. You'll get everything you deserve and more. Y'all, I'm going to get on up off here. I've been on here with y'all for an hour. Happy Sunday to everybody. I love y'all, and hopefully we can come back and watch a movie today. I have been on a movie kick. When I tell you this Netflix thing is so funny. I had Netflix back when it first came out, many, many, many years ago when it first came out. It was only $5.99 a month. I had Netflix, and then it ended up going to like $8.99, and then it went to $11.99, and I don't know how much Netflix is now because I don't pay for it, and I don't use nobody else's login. I have my own Netflix that's being paid for by somebody else, but Netflix is definitely new and improved from when I was a member, when I had Netflix. They're definitely new and improved. Also, be careful if you have Norton antivirus on your phones or computers. Be very careful because they're adding stuff to your subscription, and when your subscription renews, you don't know nothing about it. My subscription renewed the other day for $300 and I'm like, the hell that is. My Norton ain't but $99 a month. I had to call them. They done added some stuff to my subscription. I had to call them and tell them I didn't authorize that. Take it off and run me my money back. And the same day they took the money is the same day they ran the money back to me. So just be careful. Keep your eyes open on your bank account. A lot of funny stuff going on. But listen, y'all be blessed and check out my community wall. I've been putting some stuff up there that I think would be interesting to y'all. Stuff that I don't have to worry about trying to speak to you about and risking of going back to jail again. Lorraine, love you, boo. Um, Poetic Justice, love you, honey bun. Look, shout out to all my bosses. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day. Peace.